my question is that, there are so many mother when kids uh, past 3 year is, then he thought, sorry, then they thought we should
Mhm.
we should take admission in a as like a English medium school or any good school, or just we should take admission any randomly school. Just we have to study 1 year, then we can take get out, and then we get good.
In my opinion, I don't think that is the too much necessary to put your child in a very special in a school in a initially day
Mhm.
initially. So whatever you're suitable for you, I prefer to put my child, or I prefer to put their child as well in a very nearest school, which is very nearest to you, and
Mhm.
you can take care of them, and you can see, you can observe them what's the going on, so now, now and then you can check. So that's how I prefer to my child is in front of my house, so I feel very safe, and he also feel very safe because my mother is nearest to me. He is feeling safe and he is staying. And what I do, whenever the lunch time comes, happen around the 11 or 10:30, whatever, I prefer to make the freeze food for him, and I hand over to him. So that's how I feel very comfortable, because I do not prefer to give the very cold tiffin morning to, we have to send them school around the 7:30 or 8. Then they can have the lunch around 10:30 or 11. So that is not possible to have, to cold food, especially very child, very young age. So for
Mhm.
that, I found this is the benefit for me to put my child in a very nearest school. So yes, hi Suman. Good morning. Oh, sorry. Good afternoon.
Yeah, very good afternoon. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking. How about you?
Yes, I'm also doing excellent. Thank you so much for asking, and I really very thrilled to see you here once again.
Yes, after a long time we have connected. So I'm also
Yes.
equally thrilled to see you. How's going on so far?
Everything is going on good.
Okay.
What about you?
Yeah, it's going on well. So far, so good. So yeah, I
Okay.
have seen your many videos on YouTube. You are very active nowadays.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I try to active myself because I want to enhance my communication. That's the reason.
Yes, yes. Now weather is
So,
changing. So how weather is affect you?
initially days, something problem as like feel vomiting, not feel good, sometimes feel fever, sometimes body pain. Yeah, it's a little bit affected me also.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
in my surrounding also, there are so many people because of weather they get sick.
Yeah, due to the weather, it's changing day by day. It's getting cold, so that's why we all feel this kind of problem, like a dizziness, headache. Yes, that is the
Right.
thing. We
And how?
also feel very lethargic, right?
Yes. How's
Yes.
your daughter?
I have no daughter.
Oh, sorry,
He is
boy.
a son. Yes, he is a
Okay,
not
yeah.
girl.
Son.
Yeah, he's a son. He's a well. Now he is in the school, so I'm totally free to have session. What
Yeah,
about your son? Son,
because
I
when
think you have.
sorry.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, please, please.
Yeah, I'm asking when you mentioned after 1 p.m. I get busy. So
Yeah.
I really feel happy at least now you are free from 11 and 10 to 1 because
Uh-huh.
when you started I think your channel, so you faced you are struggling too much, right, with your son.
Yes, yes, yes.
Whenever he sleep, because in the last conversation you mentioned when he sleep, then you try to connect with the people. But now you feel free. So how do you feel?
I'm over the moon. When he started to go to school, then I get lots of time, right? So I can utilize my time in a good way. So I also feel very thrilled. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's how it's going on. I'm utilizing my time. So what about you? How
Yeah,
do you
actually,
utilize your free
I have
time?
also. Sorry.
I think your son also goes to school, right?
Yes, yes. My son also go to school, and he is 8 year old, so I am totally free of my son. And nowadays, I realize he changed day by day. You know, before 6 months ago, I push him. You have to do. You have to do. You have to complete this work. You have to do that. I can say activity, whatever they uh, get from school. But nowadays, he try to do own their homework and their activity. He nowadays he took who sorry he take tension. Yes, I have to do. So now I feel better than before.
Yeah, now he is grown up, right?
Yes,
So he could understand a little bit about his responsibility. I think he also gets some burden from the school, so that's the reason he is
yeah,
a become
yeah.
sincere. Hmm.
Yeah, he also get burden. One day, his teacher said to his grandmother, like she's not doing properly work. Then he came from his school. Then he started to cry. Then I asked him, "What happened? Why are you crying?" Then he told me, "Mama, how can I do at the same time activity, homework, written work?" So he get puzzled at that time. Then I gave him huggy, and then I explained him, "Beta, you have to do everything at the same time, but you have to make a timetable." Then he can understand. Yeah.
That's you should tease them, the how to manage the time and which time what would they have to do. Exactly. They are very innocent, they don't know anything. So definitely we
Yes.
should expect. Okay,
Yeah.
that is
What happen with my kid? If he get holiday, to he try to spend their time with enjoy, uh, to wake up late and to watch cartoon movie, to running laptop. So he using this kind of activity. He don't want to study, and he don't want to complete their homework at that day. So that's the reason.
They
But
show a little lethargic. They also feel because whole week they should be very active, right? One
hmm.
day they get and holiday on Sunday, so they feel little relaxed, and this is the required for them, especially body
Hmm.
needs a relax, especially kids.
Yes,
They have to go morning to evening. After that,
hmm.
morning to afternoon, I think around 3. Now days are become shorter, so it's very difficult to get time for themselves, right?
Yes, you are right. But I'm not to pressurize him, especially on Sunday. But in Delhi, because of uh, what should I say? Pollution. Yeah, due to pollution, uh,
Mhm.
he take he took classes within 1 week from home online. So that's the reason his work is collect. Because when students take classes from the home, so they get lazy. They don't want to do work on time. So that's
On
the
time.
reason. Yes.
Yeah, pollution is going on so high. Now it's little reduced maybe, right?
Yeah, now little reduce, and now this he started to again go to school. And when he stay at home, then I really busy with him. I don't feel good at that time.
Okay. Yeah, you
Yeah.
will, you have to leave, you have to be surrounding of him. So yeah, they always ask something, Mama do this, Mama help in this, like, so Mama, or they want to have something, new things whenever they stay at home.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
I can understand.
when kids stay at home, so there is no any timetable. When they wake up, when they take breakfast,
Uh,
when they do something is mess
yes,
up. Mm.
yes, it's not a very big task, but it's time consuming.
Yes.
Right, it's take lots of time to do here and there to run behind them. It's take lots of time, but when we see the what I did behind them, then there was nothing, one of task we have done so far. So it's happened. I also can relate it whenever I especially I do not get time on Sunday. I do
Mhm.
not take single session, or I do not get time for study or self practice as well on Sunday. So I can relate whenever kids are at home, so we feel very
It's
busy.
same here also with me. Sometimes my husband and stay home on Sunday, or my kids. So at that day, I'm also not able to connect with the people.
Yes. Okay.
It's also
No
happened.
problem. It's happened. We also take rest for one day at least, and we should spend spend time with our family members at least one day, once in a week.
Yeah,
We should
yeah. And
enjoy.
it is also very essential for our
Obviously.
family to spend time each other.
Yeah, they only get one day in a week, right? So definitely we have to give attention towards them as well. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's great. Okay, well, tell me about your learning journey. How's going on so far? How many time do you give? 1 minute.
Yes, my journey in English speaking journey is going smoothly, and I'm not too much give time like reading and writing. Just I speak, and sometime I read, not every time. But whatever I read with my son, because I also want to give him time. I also because when I always said to him, "Beta, please read something," because we are facing. So I thought he he should also read. If he read, so his pronunciation also day by day increase because of reading. So that's why I said to him, one page mama read and one you. Then he interest. Otherwise,
Yes,
he don't want to read alone. So yeah, I
exactly.
spend my reading time with him, and I make also nowadays solo video, and
Oh, yeah,
yeah, and
that's
I try to connect one or two people. Just I am doing nowadays because I don't have also much spare time in the evening. From 4 to 6, I teach the students. So that's the
mhm.
reason I don't get time to spend my, I can say, English.
Okay, yeah. I can understand because as a housewife, mother, and you also teach to students, right? So it's
Mm,
take lots of time, and still you are taking lots of time for yourself. You are doing such a good thing. You are active
mm,
on Skype. You are active on YouTube. So that is not a small thing. Okay,
yeah.
that's a good thing.
Okay, at the same question from my side, what do you do to enhance yourself?
Uh, I read books nowadays. I'm
Okay.
reading Sudha Murthy ma'am's book, and apart from I talk to people daily basis, but I don't take video session every single day. I think twice in a once in a twice, or twice in a four, like this. I take session, and yes, nothing special. And I watch lots of videos. I take I watch podcast, I listen podcast, and sometimes I watch short movies of native speakers. So yes, that's
Mm,
this exercise I do.
okay. So, do you watch English conversation video as well?
Yeah, I watch.
Okay.
I'm not that much into it, but yeah, I watch sometimes conversation videos too. But I enjoy nowadays. I'm enjoying to watch, movies of English movies.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right.
Uh,
So, as you mentioned, you watch sometime English conversation video, right? So, which
mhm.
channel do you like more? Can you tell me?
There is a not particular channel. Whenever I get little interesting, conversation is going on, so definitely I and interact and I watch. I consume this conversation.
Okay.
There is
Is
no
there
particular channel.
uh, all right? So,
Mhm.
is there anyone uh, who is your favorite on podcast?
On podcast, I watch mostly Ranveer Alabadia's podcast. Maximum time I watch to watch his podcast. He called different people in a different background. So I
Mhm.
love to watch this.
Yeah, I heard this name from so many people. Radveer Alavadia. Even I don't see his podcast, but I will try
Okay.
to watch because there are so many person who recommended his channel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for learning purpose, that is the best channel I think because he called, he bring lots of people in a different background, so they discuss about their background, right, in their needs. So that's how we will be aware about their needs, what they exact, what's the work is it, right? So that's how we will aware, and we can get some new vocabs to describe about the particular things. So that's how I do enjoy, and I watch that.
All right.
Yeah, and what about you? Which kind of content do you like to consume?
Actually, I'm not too much listening because I love to listening because of my time schedule. I don't have much spare time. Just I try to connect with the people. and
Uh-huh.
to talk. Sometime as like in my day, within 10 to 15 minutes I listen, not too much, and random video. Not there is no any my yeah, I used to listen earlier 1 year ago, Mansi Gola ma'am and Rajni ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
But
Definitely, we should watch sometime conversation videos as well, right?
now you are right. You are right. But problem is that everything time.
Time is the main thing. We should know how to do, and we should manage our time. Right? Then only we can get some time for ourselves. Otherwise, we always juggling between all the things, family members, all the household chores.
I'm literally juggling. You know, even I want to something listen, so while doing work, just I listen. I don't have much spare time because in the morning session, I also teach, in the evening, I teach. So just whatever I make my video, that my rest time. So in between rest time, I do whatever I want to do.
Okay,
And
yeah,
I
that is good.
listen also by myself. There is no any tuition. So that's the reason I have to see their work, their class work, because now he's a fourth standard. So he need, yeah, he need to me. Yeah.
It's definitely quite a young. He is only 8 years old. Now he is a fourth standard.
Yes. Now actually now he's running in ninth, 9 years.
Oh,
He completed nine from Feb, 12 Feb.
but it's also quite, early. He has completed his
Yeah.
classes.
He is younger one, his their class. You know what happened? In Feb, he completed 3 years. And in the March, I get admission after just 3 years. So that's the reason.
Okay, and how is it possible that they don't teach? It was not nursery, LKG, UKG like here 3 years we just spent while doing this kind of things like before one.
After 3 years, he started from nursery class.
Nursery, LKG, UKG, three years, right? Already he 6
Yes.
years, seven,
Mm,
8. Okay, but it's quite early he got
yes.
promoted.
Yeah,
Mm.
right. And he's younger one, sorry, youngest one on his classmate. Every his classmate within differences 6 months or 1 year.
Okay. Yes, I can understand because 6 years now, especially 5 and 6 years, child only can sit on a first class, right? In a one standard.
Hmm.
Yes.
He's just one class is ahead according to their his age.
Yes, yes. Okay, that's great. Anything else would you like to ask or discuss?
Yes. So actually, because we are talking about in this conversation our kids, so I have a one question. I have one more question for you regarding your kids. He started this year, right?
No, he has been going to school for 1.5. Yeah.
Okay, I thought he started this year. All right. So now, which standard he?
He is a nursery right now. He has completed his play and now he is nursery and now examination is coming around the corner. So now he will go LKG.
Mhm. And this is my last question, and I can say every mother get confused from this question and sometimes feel what should I do? So my question is that there are so many mother when kids uh, pass 3 years, sorry, then they thought we should
Hmm.
take admission in a as like a English medium school or any good school, or just we should take admission any randomly school. Just we have to study 1 year, then we can take get out and then we get गुड स्कूल एज लाइक होता है ना कि हम अच्छे स्कूल में फिर करवा देंगे 1 साल ऐसे ही किसी भी स्कूल में करवा दो ये क्वेश्चन ना बहुत सी मदर का होता है बीइंग अ टीचर पूछते हैं लोग कि अभी तो ये छोटी है अभी
I can relate it.
क्या सच
Yes.
में एक अच्छे स्कूल में ही एडमिशन लेना चाहिए या फिर किसी भी स्कूल में करवा दें जब ये फर्स्ट स्टैंडर्ड में जाएगी तो हम किसी अच्छे में करवा देंगे सो व्हाट इज अ नेसेसरी फॉर किड्स
There is a, I don't, in my opinion, I don't think that is the too much necessary to put your child in a very special in a school in a initially. So whatever you're suitable for you, I prefer to put my child, or I prefer to put their child as well in a very nearest school, which is very nearest to you, and you can take care of them, and you can see, you can observe them what's they going on, so now, now and then you can check. So that's how I prefer to my child is in front of my house, so I feel very safe, and he also feel very safe because my mother is nearest to me. He is feeling safe and he is staying. And what I do, whenever the lunch time comes, happen around the 11 or 10:30, whatever, I prefer to make the freeze food for him, and I just I hand over to him. So that's how I feel very comfortable, because I do not prefer to give the very cold tiffin morning to, we have to send them school around the 7:30 or 8. Then if they can have the lunch around 10:30 or 11. So that is not possible to have, to cold food, especially very child, very young age. So for that, I found this is the benefit for me to put my child in a very nearest school. So yes, now there is another thing is for study purpose. I don't think we should pressurize that much to our kids to study, in a very young age. So yes, whatever you feel comfortable, so you can go on with.
Wow, that's a really explanation very clearly, and I hope ki every mother who really confused so they can help from this video, because there are so many mother who really confused, and whatever you said to me, this is also same view from my side. There is no need to you just take admission initially stage or a very special school, whatever
Obviously.
whatever in front sorry near to our home, so that is good for them. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a good
But-
for them, in my opinion, as well, the same. Because what is the reason to send them, so far from our house, right? What happened? They can cry, they can, sometimes injured, it's happened. They sometimes they get hurt. So we can go immediately and we can take care of them. So they are obviously there are teachers, but it's my mother heart. So I personally go and take care of my child. So this
yes,
is my
yes.
personal opinion. I don't think that is a good or not. And
No, no.
yeah,
This is a really very good. According to me, or maybe other mother, this is a really very benefit. And as you mentioned, you give them fresh and warm food
food,
as a
yes.
as a young kid. So this is also a plus point for kids.
Yeah, and my baby is habitual to have, warm food, because whenever I roast a makhana or dry fruits, he always says, "Mama, makhana is getting cold. Please get it hot it again." So now he
Okay.
is this kind of person. He doesn't prefer to have, cold food. Even makhana or this kind of things, if he say, then how he can have, any other food, cold food.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I always prefer to give him warm food, fresh food. Yes.
Yes, yeah, absolutely right. And
Mhm.
yeah. So do you have any question, or we should wind up the session?
I think it's already 26, so we can connect again. Okay?
Yes, yes. Yeah, and
Okay.
thank you so much for connecting me and giving me your precious time. It was really
Even
very
you
amazing
also.
session.
Really, I also enjoy thoroughly, and you asked lots of questions. Even I also asked, and I also enjoy a lot. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for being here and
Oh,
connecting. Have a good
yes.
day ahead.